Good morning, fam. Wow. Thank you to Albert and Laquita, Ruby for leaving a little comment there, letting me know that you are indeed alive. So I started today with two new songs. First one was called New Day. I thought it was a new day, but I just said, well, I've been going with the one word titles, so I just said, I'll call this new. The creator, I get to dictate a little bit how these things go. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Put a one in the chat. One, one. You hear me and see me okay. I think I'm coming through fine. But uh, we're good. Put a one. Let me know you're there. Okay. So today is a little bit of a departure from my normal tech setup. Excellent. Thank you, Albert. Wanted to just think about different pieces of tech that you would like to see about. Oh, baby, he's like, David, we don't want tech. We just want music. Do the tech at a different time because you've made us like this music in the early morning. Just do that. If you don't want to hear about the tech, I say, Dave, we really don't care about the tech. You know what I'm saying? Even though the tech is all around us, right? So the first song I played this morning, I'm just gonna give you it was called New. I was initially thinking New Day, but I just said, you know what, let's just call it New. It's a new day. That's the phrase that really like popped into my head as I started playing. And Alive is literally as an offshoot of that. It's a new day. Every time I take a breath, I am alive. And so I was celebrating just give it a little bit of a space, right? That might actually be my favorite tune right about now. So this space, the screen that you see, the window, is software that I have come to depend on for much of the live streaming that I do. I could actually, if I had a Zoom meeting, I can take this window that you see into Zoom and, bring that through. Good morning, Chris. He said, I don't wake up early in the summer. Global Green Book, welcome. I see you. So that just called me this morning. So every time you breathe, every time your eyes open in the morning or in the afternoon or whenever you wake up from a nap, you are alive. It's another opportunity to share. And so one of the things that I use to share is called Ecamm. Whoa, yeah. And it allows me to say, "You're welcome, Global Green Book." The Global Green Book, I've seen you around these streets. I don't know what your name, your government first name is. Um, so sometimes you just have to ask, right? Grand rising to you. All right. Yeah, Christine, I was wondering what I was like, don't have to wake up early for the summer. Listen, kids are off. Kidist. Okay. All right. That one is distinct global. We will remember it. Albert is telling me, yes, that's a good, we can hear you. Thank you for each new like received. I think I was playing the new song at that time. It's a new song called New, and we are new. And so, Workshop Wednesday is kind of like almost like a Ask Me Anything, but it's more geared toward the tech side of things, tech and music. One of these days, we'll be doing a play along um, in terms of like how we go about creating a track, layering the sounds for the drums and the bass and the, I have to do two of those, actually three of those. Someone has already sent me a drum track, so I'm going to create a song based on that. All right. So that's probably going to be not next week, but the week after. Wait, yeah, today's the 15th. So we have at least two more Wednesdays to go in the month of June. It's like I'm losing it. Okay. So yes, definitely that will be what we're doing over here. So we'll say happy Wednesday. Look, Quita and Corey, you guys have been pulling up strong. I sent you a text message, um, Corey. I sent you a text message. Check it out. So, MLB crew, good morning to you, Ruby. And I think I've addressed the other ones already. Girl, still too sleepy every night listening to you. Okay, nice. Your camera work is amazing. I need a class. Okay. Wow. Thank you. Now, I'd say this right away off the top. The best camera you have Global Green Book. The best camera you have. The best camera you have is the camera you have. I'd probably say that different. The best camera for you is the camera that you have. Right? For a lot of people, it's in a case, so you can't really see it. But for a lot of people, this thing is what you have, and you have pretty good cameras in, especially some of the newer ones from the Samsung, LG, Motorola, the Android side, as well as the iPhone, Google Pixel, the Pixel phone, Samsung, the S22, the Ultra. Amazing photos with that, but it only has a little sensor. So the thing that you really need to focus on is the lighting, right? In order of preferences, you have your audio, then your lighting, then the camera will be the last piece that you would look at. So that's basically the trifecta of things to look at. But for cameras, the Sony ZV-E10, the Sony A6400, A6600, those are really good. The A73s, A74. But those are more, the 6400, 6600, the A74, those are, on the higher end. The ZVE10 is less than $1,000, and it will get you going. If you take a look at the description, you will see some of the gear that I use right now. This camera is the 6600. This camera is the A7 III. But the thing, though, it really want the lens that you use. So the Sigma 16 millimeter, Sigma 16 millimeter M f1.4. Sorry, 16 millimeter f1.4. And the Six Sigma 30 millimeters. So right now I'm using 30 millimeter on this camera. Let me just. So for this far away shot, sorry about my face all up in the camera. I just noticed, like, oh snap, that's not what I meant to do. But for this shot, this is a little bit further away, and I totally unfocused it. Hang on. Okay. So for this shot, you wanted something just a little bit. This is the 16 millimeter on the Sony ZV-E10, right? I don't really use this shot that much, but if you want to record a multiple camera angles at the same time, you go with this. So I'm switching the cameras using the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO, which allows you to have up to 8 cameras selected. So if you don't have 8 inputs on your computer, you can also use, right? So let me just focus this in a little bit better. Just hold it up. So you see, it looks like there's a lot of lights, but I actually like it. It adds a little ambiance to it. It's like, oh, the flashy little light over there. And then I try to put the camera angle right on my hand, like here. Okay. Albert, always with the NDI. That's good stuff, man. NDI, network device interface, interface. So if you have I use NDI in Camo to connect 9 to 10 different cameras. You can use Camo to connect NDI cameras. Some mobile devices are better than others. So if you have mobile devices, you can use Camo to hook them in. I have Camo in this shot right here. And I would need I would have needed to activate it before. Oh man. And it is not activating. Wow. Okay. We go with plan B. When in doubt, use what you got. But the Camo connects directly. At least I'm using it to connect directly. There are other NDI cameras that you can use to bring in your cell phone or your tablet or iPad. Either physically connected directly or using what Albert is talking about, NDI. There are several apps out there you can use to run NDI. Camo Studio is one of them. But there is also, I'm looking for it, where is it? NDI Scan Converter. Oh, okay, Camo is hardwired. I use NDI. Oh, NDI and Camo. Okay. All right, thank you for holding me straight. I was just like, really? Wow. Okay. So NDI Scan Converter. Okay. And so then you're able to hook up multiple cameras. Now, if you have Ecamm on another machine on the same network, same physical network, then you are able to bring that Ecamm will see Ecamm natively. So if you have other cameras connected to another machine across the room or something like that, you can also bring those cameras in as part of your setup. Anyway, but this is how I have my cameras selected. I have the 3 main ones. I have another overhead one that I'm not going to show right now because my cable management is a mess. It's not managed at all. But thank you so much for coming in today. Because it's a new day, right? Okay, so, all right. So remember a couple of weeks ago, I was talking to you about Moises, right? Moises App is an app which I think is the yes, NDIHX camera is solid. That's correct. That's correct. All right. Wally, my dude, salute. Team No Okra in the building. Fire. Let's go. All right. So the app that I'm talking about, Big Time Drum, who was on Monday, talked about it as well. Mike, coming all the way in from the UK. Moises is that app that really is a difference maker. It's a difference maker. And oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Um, One of the things that I have found, and I overplayed my hand. Is right now, when I was exploring Moises, I found there was one section that I missed in my review. And it is, you can use Moises to master a track for you using AI. Right? Um, I don't even know if this is going to work. I think it's going to work. Is it working? I don't know. I think that might only work in. Oh, man. Oh, wait a minute. No, I can't shift to myself because then I'm going to get Infinity War. I just want to see if this works or not. Or if I have to be in the other mode. All right. Let's get off Infinity. So I see here springtime. I probably need to make that bigger. Yep. Okay. So in this mastering, if you have a track that you want to check out, so I'm going to go to master track. I'm going to do this again from scratch. You click the mouse there, and I pick springtime as my right, pick springtime, and I click next in the master. Submit reference track. Click open, and then it's gonna do its thing. I had already put it through the first time up here. So if you have 2 tracks, learn, master your music and learn Moises App. He's like, and I don't have an affiliate link or anything, but I just feel that this app is amazing. And they do have an Android and iOS variants, but it allows you to, if you don't have enough coin to put toward a studio, spend the $20 or the $25, I forget exactly how much it is, and go ahead and get it. To me, it just makes the most sense. As a musician, this is what you want to have. There are so many big time artists that use Moises to, let's say they're playing a cover and they're a bass player. You could remove the bass and play that. If you're a drummer, you remove the drums and you play the drums over the track, over the rest of the track while it's playing. If you're a vocalist, you could remove the vocals. You could even remove the lead or the backgrounds and do that. it, it's so versatile. The piano, if the piano is really prominent in the track, it can remove the piano, and so you're able to play your own version of that song. Um, Pro Tools and Logic, Cubase, Studio One, they all have different pieces that you can use to pull, to isolate different frequencies and timbres to make it, like if you want to isolate the strings or something like that from a track that you want to emulate, you can do that. Whoop, pull the strings out, and now you have that as a base for your project or, something to emulate. So many different possibilities. And now I just noticed that you have the ability to master. And it says it's still mastering here, so now you can have the original, and you see the difference? Original. Look at the waveform size, right? See, that's how skinny that is. Mastered. It's like, what? What? That is wild. Absolutely wild. So let me see if we can hear you guys. To let you hear this. Let you hear this. I am going to do this. We'll do a comparison. That is absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. You hear the difference? if you guys can hear this. Are you using the free version or the subscription? I am actually using the paid version. But even that, $3.33 a month. $3.33 a month. Uh, it's I just that's less than a cup of coffee, right? So yeah, I actually paid, I think it's like a one-time fee. It was like $24 or something like that. So, and when you're done mastering, you can just download that. You just click the download button and you could download it as an MP3, M4A, which is the native format for iTunes or Windows. I know for iTunes, that's the format they came out with, M4A, or a waveform. Now, I was gonna be sending out these tracks to get mastered, but I think I may just save myself some coin. Yo, this is amazing. What are the specific differences we're listening for in a mastered versus unmastered? I think part of part of the that's a great question, Laquita. I think in the mastering process, you want to be. I think for this particular track, it was too soft in how I recorded it. And actually, this is what I've been playing, and I've actually turned it down. But when you master the track, it gives you that much more for, it makes it louder, or it adds, and this is what the studio will do. They say, okay, it needs to be at a certain decibel level, or a loudness meter, right? So this is something that we would. I see a question, Albert, and we'll talk offline. And we need to talk about a few things, as I have some ideas for coming up later. Oof, man, that would require your involvement. In this particular instance, the track was, well, the volume was a little softer. The original is much softer than the mastered version. Maybe you guys can't hear it because I'm listening to it in my headphones, and it's like extremely different. Original, soft, mastered, and it's much louder. that for me, like, yo, I'm still like in awe because this is live, folks. I hadn't done this before. This is the first time. It was one of the things that I had missed. I think I might have mentioned it. And the mastering is only though on the web version of the app. I don't believe you can master on the mobile version. In fact, let's just take a look at that. Did I just? What happened to my Firefox? This is why I need a Stream Deck. Oh man, this is why I need a Stream Deck. Okay, so yeah, so you just get to do track separation. Oh man, I think I just totally closed Firefox. It's like, yep, yep, you're all good. I'm like, wait, what happened? Oh no, it didn't. I think it puts it down in the tray. You know, you can minimize. I think that's what happened. I think I hit Command M instead of Control M on my keyboard. So I'm using my keyboard as my. Yeah, so you can download iOS apps on the Silicon Chip Macs. Wait a minute. You could download iOS apps on a Mac, like a M1 chip or the new M2 chip. Any of the M1 chips, like M1 Max, M1 Pro, M1 Pro Max. So I should say the M1, M1 Pro, and M1 Pro Max, and M1 Ultra. Um, like with the Mac Studio, you can definitely download the iOS from the Mac Store. Yeah, it's right there. Right, and so you could filter. Yeah, let me just make a scene for this. Um, yeah, yeah, you could download iOS apps on a Mac Mini. Definitely, if it's an M1 Mac Mini. I don't know if you can do it on an Intel Mac Mini. That's a great question, Albert. Okay, so I'm going back to Firefox, and here, let's do this on the fly. We're gonna duplicate, and we're gonna switch this out for the App Store. So right here at the top, you can filter for Mac apps or iPhone, iPad apps. Filter for Mac apps or iOS. And if you have the M chip, because that's what most of the new iOS apps are written on, or the chips for the new iPads and stuff like that, they have the M1 chip in them. So you just click open. And there are other apps out there. There are tons of them. So here you see vocal remover, extract vocals and instruments, split hit vocal remover, stems, AI tool. Did I say Al Music? Vocal remover Al Music. It's AI music. Oh man. Split hit vocal remover. Um, turn any MP3 into karaoke. Stems, AI tool for musicians. There are a ton of them out there now. Vocal remover AI, chord AI. So I may need to do a comparison of all of these apps. I think I just got a video. Oh man, I just downloaded on my Mac Mini. And the beautiful thing about it is as you download the app on your Mac Mini, all of the apps that you have already um, uploaded and separated out, you get to download those apps as well. So, yeah, yeah. Well, let's not get carried away there. We should lock this scene. And this is the App Store. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else? Cool. Laquita says, our unmastered tracks always sounded eerie, like they were recorded in the bathroom. Yeah, there's another app that I've used to do a little bit of mastering, and it's called Auphonic, Auphonic, Auphonic. And it uses AI. All these apps are using AI. There's a large computer farms in the background running all sorts of different, I you know, I don't even know the technology behind it, basically. But I am able to come in and, you know, find them, utilize them. You can download an app to the storage extender of a Mac Mini. What do you mean by storage extender? Like an external hard drive? Most definitely. Definitely. I believe that's doable. Yeah, oh, yes, I just downloaded my Mac Mini and it is working. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, what was the other app? This is not Moises. No, I'm messing up. This is this. Oh man, I keep doing that. Once you get it in place, lock it. Lock it in. Sorry, I'm just updating on the side over here. Okay. So this vocal AI remover, air horn multi. Oh no, not that one. Split hit vocal recorder and vocal remover AI music. So Moises is not the only one, but I think it's the one that really sparked this type of application using the power of AI, artificial intelligence, to really isolate what is a vocal, what is guitar, what is piano, what is strings, and really bring those out. So I'll definitely be exploring some of these apps as well to see, huh, is it really better than all the others? It was the one that's most used. Auphonic? No, it's not an app. This is actually auphonic.com. AUPHONIC. Um, yeah. Yeah. So there it is, folks. There it is. I want to thank you for hanging with me for the past few minutes. We started with a new song, two new songs actually. One is called New or New Day, and the other one was called Alive. So we have a new day, and if you opened your eyes and took a breath, that you can feel and see your chest move, you have an opportunity today to share. You have another opportunity today to love, to learn, to listen, to engage and encourage and empower by using your hands, your voice, and your heart, fueled by love, to make life better. Yeah. I trust and I hope that I made your life better in this hour. And if you did, that is certainly fantastic. If you didn't, I'm sorry that we weren't able to get you there. And then we took a turn to look at the intersection of technology and music and how we can make those work together. So for musicians, I went over my favorite app. This is the app that I'm using now the most. There were other apps that I used before that allowed me to do basic vocal removal, basic vocal removal. But it wasn't, that was using more of an EQ base as opposed to AI. And so the resultant track was less than stellar. Less than stellar, that's for sure. So I'm always on the lookout for tools that will enhance the musical journey you're learning. And there are definitely programs and AI out there that can really make a difference. It's fantastic. It really is. Moises, the stuff they're doing. It's it's not even fair. It's not even fair. I'm just like, wait, we can do that? So yeah, absolutely, absolutely love it. Yeah, we have come to that time. It is getting into overtime now. So what I would like to say is thank you for hanging with us, helping us get to the place where we recognize that at the junction of technology and music, it's a great capacity for impact. And I'm just helping you share your story by shining a loudspeaker on your greatness. And just use these are some of the tips and tools that you can use to get yourself over the line. Global Greenberg, thank you for your questions. Albert, Laquita, Wally, Ruby, for being here. And I think Albert, Global Greenberg. Yeah. So thank you guys for asking questions because they help to shape the, the conversation, question and answer. So I ask you a question. It's like, hey, what tech would you like me to review? If you have an app, if you have something that you would like to see, we looked at EVMux, which I think is the best browser-based browser-based live streaming platform, EVMux. EVMux is Zoom because you could have multiple people in the back and they can talk to each other, or you could disable that feature so they can only listen. You know, you can talk to the people on it is really a platform for events. It it's stuff they're doing is not even fair. It's like, hey, we need to shine a floodlight on their brand. We need to turn up the loudspeaker on their greatness so that people can find what it is. And if you find something and you think that we need to look at it, just let us know. Let us know. Well, I received an education from the educator, Mr. David M. Hunt. That went down the wrong. I started to talk and swallow at the same time. Not recommended. Fam, it's been real. It's been good. It's been really good. But that is gotta be a wrap. I'm okay. Yes, I am okay. We are grateful for each and every one of you. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you on Friday. Free form. Take care. Peace. Oops. Wrong button.